Bechoros Daf Min Beis. Yesterday we had in the Mishnah a three-way machlokes regarding nadroginus. Comes Rav Chizdan and says that three-way machlokes has nothing to do with the tumtum, only in nadroginus. By tumtum, everybody agrees that we're dealing with a suffix. Either it's 100% in a keva or 100% a zachar, but not that a tumtum is a bria b'fnei atzma. It's its own category, third category. And on that the Gemara brings 8 brises that seem to contradict us, to seem to say that a tumtum is a bria b'fnei atzma. And to that the Gemara answers the same exact answer in all 8 cases, that you have to erase the word tumtum. The first case is erechin. If somebody says, I want to bring that person's value to the Beis Hamikdash. Now if that person happens to be a tumtum, it doesn't apply. The question is, why not? If that person is a zachar, bring 60 shekel, for instance. If that person is in a cave, bring 30. Or be machmer and bring 60. But why nothing? So we have to erase tumtum. By shlamim, a shlamim can be a zachar or an akeva. Yet if somebody brings a tumtum, it's not a good shlamim. Why not? If a tumtum is a zachar 100%, it should be good. And if a tumtum is an akeva 100%, it should be good. Just because you have a suffix, why can't you bring it? You have to erase tumtum. By oila, the Torah says zachar to exclude a tumtum. Now the Torah wouldn't come to exclude a doubt that you have, that humans have. So therefore you have to erase tumtum. When it comes to malika, malika is performed only on a bird carbon. And if you perform malika on something that's not a carbon, then the bird turns into an avela, because that's not a shechita, it's malika. So if you have a bird that's avodah zara, or you designate it for avodah zara, or other things, and one of the things is a tumtum. If you perform malika on it, it becomes an avela. The question is why? A tumtum, if it's a zachar, it's a perfect malika, and if it's an akeva, it's a perfect malika. So you have to say, we have to remove the word tumtum. When it comes to tmura, if somebody says, I want this animal right over here, which happens to be a tumtum, to be instead of the carbon that I designated, it doesn't work. Now why not? If it's a zachar, it should work, and if it's an akeva, it should work. So you have to say, get rid of tumtum. The problem is that it says there are 5 things that tmura doesn't work, and if you remove it, now you're left with 4. So the Gemara, no, remove tumtum and insert instead of it a yasam. A yasam is an animal that was born without a mother. Its mother died during childbirth, so you can't bring it onto the mizbeach, and the chiddush is you can't even do tmura with it. For this sugya you have to understand, this coming sugya, that a zachar and a keva are matal mayim. They urinate from different parts of their body. So for argument's sake, let's say a keva urinates from where the tail connects to the body. And a male will urinate from a lower part, like by the belly. It's way further away than the female. It's matal mayim in a different place. B'mokim zachros, and not b'mokim nakvos. Says the Gemara, if an animal is matal mayim from zachros, from the place of the zachros, then according to Rav Chizda, everybody holds that it's a zachar for all purposes. Here's your proof. Since I have a suffix of zachar nekeva, here's your proof that it's a zachar, and you can bring it to Beis Hamikdash, you can shecht it and do anything you want. It's 100% a zachar. Rebbe Yechon says no. That according to Chachamim in the Mishnah, Chacham will hold it's a bria b'fnei atzma. It's its own category, because any animal that has a membrane covering zachros or nakvos becomes a bria b'fnei atzma. And even if you were to remove it, and you can see in an ultrasound, you do surgery, you see that it's a zachar, we don't care. Right now, it's a bria b'fnei atzma because it had this thing, and it'll always remain a bria b'fnei atzma. And according to Rish Lakish, yes, you're right, it's a zachar, and I agree with you, it's 100% a zachar, but it's a zachar that's possible to bring as a carbon because it has a mum, it has this membrane that it doesn't belong there. However, if this animal is matal mayim from its nakvos, there is a way to say that perhaps it's a zachar. Says the Gemara, is hapich zachrusai. Its zachar is bent backwards, and therefore it looks like it's being matal mayim from the nakvos, but in fact it's a zachar. So therefore Rav Chizda will say everybody agrees in such a case that it's a suffix. And according to Rabbi Yochanan, once again, it's a bria b'fnei atzma. I don't care where it's matal mayim. And according to Rish Lakish, and Rabbi Yochanan asked on Rabbi Lazar why Rabbi Shimon says, well, no, I know for a fact it's an akeva. Says Rabbi Yochanan, you're going against everybody in the Mishnah. This is 2 against 1. How could you pick one? Says the Gemara, no. But according to Rish Lakish learns the Mishnah that everybody agrees that it's an akeva, and Rabbi Shimon fits in just fine. When it comes to human beings, the zachros and nakvos are not so far apart. So therefore, you can't tell by watching where hatalas mayim comes from. So a tumtum is a suffix, and we have to be machmer in all cases, unless you hold like Rabbi Yochanan that a tumtum is a bria b'fnei atzma. When it comes to kiddushin, if a tumtum performs kiddushin as if he's a male, so we have to be machmir and make sure that he gives his wife a get, because perhaps he's a zachar. And if he acts as the female, he receives kiddushin, so she received kiddushin, so she needs a get, and the husband will be usher to her sisters. When it comes to chalitza and yibum, so according to Rabbi Yehuda, we're concerned that because a tumtum could be a zachar, on the tzad that he's a zachar, let's say he's a saris, and a saris chama meaning somebody is born like that, and according to Rabbi Kiva, a saris chama is not in the parsha of yibum chalitza at all. You don't perform chalitza and yibum for your saris. According to Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yehuda, and the Brises, this tumtum is only a suffix saris, and a suffix saris would have to perform chalitza if there's no other brothers. If there are other brothers, let them perform chalitza. But if there's other brothers and he performed chalitza, he ruined it for the other brothers. They can't do yibum; they just do chalitza. If the tumtum dies, so according to one brisa, you could be miyabim. The brother of the tumtum could marry the yavama. Why? Mimanavshach. If the tumtum was a real male, so it requires yibum. But on the tzad that he's a saris, we don't hold like Rabbi Kiva, we hold like Rabbi Eliezer, that a saris chama is in the parasha yibum. Why Rashi sticks in that you could heal it in Mitzrayim, so it's not a real deal. And on the tzad that the tumtum was in a keva, so a woman married a woman that's not even a marriage, so the brother could certainly marry the yavama. Now, according to the other brayso, which holds like Rabbi Kiva, so a tumtum is not in the parasha of yibum. We have to be concerned that he's a saris, and therefore there's no yibum. Why are you concerned that he's a saris? Because hoil bishtani ishtani. Since there's a funny membrane here covering the zachros and nakvos, then we have to be concerned that there's something else funny going on here, and this animal or this person is a saris. Have a wonderful day.